Welcome back to the Alpha Gaming channel.
Welcome back to the Alpha Gaming channel.
Welcome back to the Alpha Gaming channel. My name is Harris Heller.
And as always, happy streaming.
Happy streaming.
Happy streaming. Happy streaming. Welcome back to the Senpai Gaming YouTube channel, and welcome to SenpaiHQ, a place we have literally built from the ground up to be one of the most advanced and versatile content creation spaces to exist. And at the end of this video, you'll understand why this space cost almost $500,000. So make sure you go and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let me show you around. So throughout this video, I have three big announcements. What's a better word for big? Mountainous? I like mountainous. Three mountainous announcements that all start with the word senpai. So let's start with the first one, which is the renaming of this YouTube channel to Senpai Gaming, and finally, the full reveal of SenpaiHQ. So now, let me show you around. Let's start with the big room. So here in the big room, we've already shot 3 music videos. We've had some amazing creators stop by. We've set up a full motion capture animation studio. And of course, I've shot a bajillion YouTube videos in here, but I've tried to be really selective about what you've seen before this tour. So really, all you've gotten to see so far is this third of the big room, which is the A-roll section. We did some really specific and interesting things in this area, starting with the walls. I wanted every wall to have a different feel so I could have a bunch of different sets. We started off with a stone wall here that I made for extra texture so we could have some lights kind of spilling down some shadows. We've got the 18% gray wall over here, which looks blue because we're shining blue lights on it, which is the point of like that specific kind of gray. It kind of absorbs whatever color you throw at it, which makes it great for like B-roll shots and some really cool stuff. We also added this ceiling. We call this ceiling the Inception ceiling. I'm super pumped about how it turned out. When they first put it up there, it was also black, but it was like a glossy black. And I told them, I said, I want this to be a different black. So we painted it a different black, and it was worth it. It looks way better now. And then the last touch that I'm really proud of in this room is we added these steel light rails that are mounted to the ceiling. So that way we can have all of our lights permanently set up, just kind of in like a set and forget kind of mode. We have up there, I wanna say 4 lights and the Blackmagic top-down camera permanently set up. And all I have to do, actually let me show you, check this out. All I have to do is flip a switch and they all turn off and back on again. Except this one doesn't for some reason, but we don't need to show that. This is the area where I've shot almost all my videos recently, but the whole goal of this space was that anywhere we shot could be a set. We're just still in the process of finishing a bunch of them. Like this middle section here is gonna be the gaming section. You can see we've got one gaming PC over here. This is like the showcase PC, like the single gaming setup. We got Orthrus here, my previous streaming PC, which is actually a dual PC setup, and the ultra-wide monitor. And on this side, we're planning on putting 3 gaming PCs across here. So in the middle of the day, we feel like having a gaming session, we got everything we need. We're working on getting some like liquid cooled matching PCs for this side. Right now, because we just filmed a music video, it's the snack stand, but it will be the gaming setup soon enough. The whole reason Kenji and I built this house is so that I could build a production studio underneath. Like we built the house for this space. And so we did a lot of really cool stuff to it. Like we increased the ceilings from 8 feet to 10 feet because I didn't want it to feel like a basement anymore. In the last place I was at, it was like 7.5 feet tall, and it looked like I was a dude making videos in a basement. I wanted it to feel more like a studio, and I wanted it to be at the point where no matter where the camera faces, the shot's gonna look good. So the shot will look good pointing at the single gaming setup over here. When we get the 3 gaming PCs over here, we can shoot that direction. It'll look good no matter what. I'm super pumped about that. Moving into the final third of the big room here, we have Comrade Square, which is like our R&R section with Smash Bros. And when people are taking breaks. I always win, by the way. Ryan's never beaten me. You can see we also have our future Smash Bros player in training. She's currently beating Ryan. She's doing a great job. Ooh, a side smash. Wow, what a great play. Keep it up. And then over here we have a potential podcast area as well as meeting table. We do have a couple podcasts planned in mind, so keep an eye out for those. This is a bit of an interesting setup we've got going on right now. It's not permanent quite yet, but I'll tell you more about it later. Moving beyond the big room, we've got two other important rooms over here. I guess three. Bathroom's kind of important. Finally got one of those. This is my studio. This has become one of my favorite spaces to be. I don't want to get too into it now because I'm going to do a full tour of this space on my personal YouTube channel, youtube.com/HarrisHeller. Make sure you go subscribe to that. I'll link to it in the description down below. But this is, in my opinion, one of the more advanced stream setups there are, I'd say on Twitch, but on YouTube. We got 4 cameras, a PC. I'll tell you more about it over there. Subscribe. I'll give you a couple seconds before I show you the next room. All right, next room. This is an editing room / B-roll room in progress. So we've got an editing desk over here with monitors. It's semi-taken down at the moment. We've got foam stuff that's not on the wall yet, also work in progress. It's also very echoey, which is why we're gonna be putting these up. So we're gonna have this desk over here, as well as we're gonna have like a top-down station for unboxing stuff and everything, and using camera sliders and stuff all over here. So you're gonna see a lot of B-roll stuff shot in this room. And you can see up here, by the way, these lights, I hate these lights. These are the lights, these lights used to be out in the other room, in the big room over there, and I hated them so much that I took them down and I learned to install the lights entirely myself. And now they look like this, and it looks so much better. If you want something right, you gotta do it yourself. Like music production. I do it all myself. Oh, this is the door back into my actual house. You don't get to go through there. That's like where I live. Just knock it off. No. But I have one more main room to show you, which brings us to announcement number 2. Let's talk about Senpai Records. Wait. I forgot, there's one more room I forgot to show you. Gear room. Okay. Now Senpai Records. Go. Welcome to the Senpai Recording Studio. First things first, let's start with a tour. We wanted this room to be like our flagship room and be like the nice room that when people come to visit and come work on content with us, it's where they feel comfortable hanging out and just make it an awesome space. Which is why this room ended up costing pretty much half the entire budget of the whole studio. But we had award-winning studio designer Wes Lachaud come and design this place, and I think it turned out awesome. When we brought this idea to Wes, we had 3 top priorities that we wanted to bring to him. First off, we wanted it to be a super chill space, that people, when they came, they'd feel super comfortable hanging out and relaxing, which is why we have the world's comfiest gigantic couch at the back of this space here, and why the floor plan is so open. The second priority of this space was that it would be a top-notch streaming room as well, because we wanted streamers to be able to come here and record with us, but not worry about their stream being down for 3 or 4 days straight. So we've got a beefy streaming PC back there, and we've got cameras and mics set up all over the place. We even wired the walls to be able to plug extra cameras in. So these, what are these called? Mic panels? Wall panels? Yeah. Wall panels. These wall panels that are normally for mics also have an HDMI plugged in that run all the way back to the streaming PC in the back of the room. And these monitors here are 1440p, 144 hertz monitors for gaming. So if you're a musician and you want to come record in the studio, you can stream when we're done laying your tracks down. And priority number 3, we wanted this space to be a very modern and simplistic studio. So while a lot of stuff in production is done in the box, the few things that we needed to do analog, like recording vocals, for example, have a premium chain. Like the outboard gear over here that the mics go through, I don't actually, Ryan knows what it does. I don't know what it does, but it's some crazy stuff. Plus, here in the vocal booth over here, you can see we've got 2 professional studio quality microphones. We got a Neumann as well as the Upton 251. This is why this room is so expensive. But yeah, tube mics, vintage preamps. Basically, if Taylor Swift came to record her single in here, it'd probably be her best sounding album. This is one of the most advanced recording studios in the state, and technically it's under my garage. Ryan, you want to tell the people what we plan on doing in this studio? Like the plans for Senpai Records?
Yeah, not like I was working or anything.
Everyone's so diligent here.
So last year at Streambeats, we focused on adding like as many tracks and genres as we possibly could, and we added like a ridiculous amount of music in 2021.
Yeah, if I had to guess, we probably released over 1,000 songs in 1 year. 30 to 40 albums, averaging something like 3 songs a day for the entire year. It was crazy.
There's a lot of music.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And you made all those?
Oh yeah, all by myself. We paid a lot.
Last year we spent over $250,000 on this DMCA-free Streambeats library so that you guys can use them completely for free in your YouTube videos and your Twitch streams.
Yeah, we also got to collaborate with a lot of awesome creators like Fusli, Twanto, 100 Thieves, the org. It was a really awesome year.
But this year, like in this studio, we wanted to shift the focus a little bit from quantity to quality. But not just like better music. Like we wanted to create stuff in this studio that you would expect to hear on the radio and then still release that music as copyright-free music for you guys to use.
Yeah, and to be clear, we're really happy with the quality of Streambeats right now. We think it's awesome. And that's why hundreds of thousands of you use it in your streams every day. But sometimes you want more than just background music. And so we want to make some bangers.
So throughout 2022, we're going to be bringing in as many musically talented creators as we can find into this studio to record singles and film amazing music videos with the ultimate goal of finding the top talented music creators in the space and signing them to Senpai Records so that we can help them make and like accomplish the musical goals that they've always wanted to make and release all the music they've always wanted to release. Which brings us to announcement number 3 in our newest venture. Senpai Animation. Okay, we make a giant announcement and then walk 5 feet over to the next spot. What a transition.
Love it.
Senpai Animation is our biggest addition to the Senpai Industries family and by far the most ambitious. Sir and I started Senpai Animation because we had 2 main goals in mind. Sir, you want to take this one?
Hey, I'm Sir Wade. My first name is actually Sir. That's why Harris keeps calling me Sir. He's not just overly formal. And I'm a 3D character animator. I used to work at DreamWorks a couple years back where I was a trainer, and I left to go independent, to do freelance and start a YouTube channel where I do animation education to make it more accessible for everyone who wants to learn. And we started this entire studio venture because a few months ago, Harris reached out. We had a project that we were doing for the Alpha Gaming channel that lasted 2 or 3 days straight, no sleep, just all-nighters. Somewhere during that first 36-hour conversation, we realized there's so much we could do with this. What would happen if we mixed an animation studio with a record label, with a gaming company? What happens when all 3 come together? What could we do? As far as we could tell, the answer is anything we want and stuff that's never been done before.
So that became the first goal. And then as the conversation went on, because it was a 36-hour long conversation, we realized not only could this work, but this could be an industry game changer. And if it does succeed to the capacity which we think it could succeed, what do we do next? And so then we started talking about animated shorts, and then potentially an original anime series, and then original characters and shows, and maybe even like developing a game at some point. And during the conversation, we realized that if we could utilize Senpai Animation as an asset to propel Senpai Gaming and Senpai Records to another level, thus propelling their revenue also to another level, we could then reallocate that additional revenue back towards Senpai Animation and start working on these projects and funding these projects that we're really passionate about.
And that's super important because there's really only two ways to run an animation studio these days. You either make something that has to perform well, it has to sell well, people have to go to it, buy it, whatever. Otherwise, people get laid off, the company dissolves, and it's all bad. Or you make what other people want you to make, and you get paid to make it, and you do that for a long time until maybe you get to make the stuff you actually want to make.
So by combining Senpai Animation with the already profitable Senpai ecosystem, not only are we able to do things that nobody's done before in the space, but we now have the freedom to do exactly what we want and only what we want.
And we've got a handful of projects that we're already working on. You've seen a few of them teased in this video, and we're really excited to share the rest with you. Hopefully you're as excited as we are.
Well guys, I hope you're just as excited about the future of this company as I am. I doubt it because I am ecstatic about it. But just a reminder, if you do want to see a tour of one of the more complex and advanced stream rooms on the internet, that'll be going up on my channel in about a week. I'll link to it down below. Make sure you subscribe to youtube.com/hairseller. And my content moving forward is going to be a lot about learning a lot of the skills that we're going to be doing at this company. So I'll be doing things like learning some character animation so I can help the animation side as much as I can. You'll see some streams of me learning Maya. I'll be streaming me learning how to produce lo-fi music and doing that a little bit while I'm live. I hope to see you on my channel. I hope to see you excited about the stuff that we're doing here. Leave a comment down below of which one of these announcements excited you the most. And if none of them did, just leave an emoji and add some engagement to the video and help us out. That'd be really great. Thanks, I appreciate it. And as always, happy streaming.